able to see a chimney up there? Like all the way over there? That little chimney? Well, I'm going to show you what that is after I tell you what we'll be doing in today's episode. So in today's episode, we will be building Hogwarts. Not all of it. Most of it I will just be building. Probably one of the most important things when the castle is finished, but it isn't finished, so it really makes no sense why I'm doing it now or whatsoever, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And so, now I will go to the little weird chimney back there. And it isn't actually weird at all. This is actually, if you watch, well, I had a time-lapse clip, but then I lost it. So if you come in here, you see these two water sources and a chest full of sand and gravel, and then that. But, what is this all for? This is my concrete hut, which is why I put that rainbow pattern up there. The rainbow hut. Well, not the rainbow hut. The concrete hut. Because that's actually concrete if I break it and then... Dang it. Give it to me. So, that here because I kept placing blocks where these two were. So, yeah. And I did this all by myself. But I want to show you guys some of my statistics. So I'm pretty much just going to cut it down to my one statistic. But I placed is 11,644 dirt blocks just to fill in that area, and I think that's mentionable. Oh, it's mentionable. Myself down. So I'm all set up to start building this tower. I've got some time on my hands. I have all of the materials I need, by the way, all of them. Yep. I've got all the materials I need. I've got all that stone, and then I have all of this black stone. And so I keep finding out that glitches when I open my backpack, so I've got to do that before I do it. But before I actually start doing that, now all I have to do is build this tower. So I'll see you guys in the time lapse. Okay, so we start out by replacing the concrete with the stone bricks, which is just so that I don't have to replace the stone bricks and later, and I just do it section by section, so everything in red concrete at the end won't have red concrete there anymore, and I'll just have 8 stacks of red concrete. Well, over 8 actually. So here we have me just kind of reorganize my chest and then grab my scaffolding so that I can go back up and down better. So I just kind of keep going round and round, and this is a lot different than my starter house. And then I decide to choose the height and scaffolding for a little bit, which probably took me about 10 minutes to actually measure out and get what I wanted, and then go up block by block and actually get the size I wanted. So I just go up and down and kind of look, and then I finally continue the stone bricks, and it's nighttime and I sleep, and then I pull out my sword, and then I keep placing blocks, and I do this for a little while. put some water down so that when I fall I don't take much more damage. So I just keep building up until I finally reach the height I want, which I just keep going round and round. And then I decided to make a little moat around my scaffolding so that I can put some water in there for my moat, so that when I can just jump down instead of having to do other things like take damage for it. So and then I just keep going up and then walking around and keep doing this until I finally reach the height I desired, which, since it was the tallest tower, was pretty high and it took a lot of stone bricks to do. And then I finally reached my desired height and I started lighting up the place. Which that might have been only a couple minutes for you guys. It took me about maybe an hour for me to actually place all of that. And then now I'm going to go to the stone cutter and cut out all of the stairs I want to use. And then I spend a little while just fixing my scaffolding and getting the outline of how big I'm going to go. And then I just keep like going around with the cobblestone so that I know how far I exactly want to go. And so I was trying to like turn those, but then I decided no, I'm just going to use blocks. It's way easier and I don't have to be so weird about it. So I have a new design I'm doing with the towers now. Well, in the future towers I don't do all the blackstone like that. Oh, and yeah, I died. Yeah, that was just great. Yeah. Me and Starlight have keep inventory on throughout the series for a little bit, so when we fall when building things, if we die in lava, we don't lose anything except for the Nether incident, which you might have seen in some of the past episodes of the Nether incident, where I had to go and recover everything. Me and Starlight only do that if we lose everything. Because in the series we have keep inventory on, so if we lose everything, we don't lose it forever. We just yeah. And then this is really weird. I decided to just go with blocks in the end instead of the stairs, since it's too hard, the stairs. I just decided blocks are better for the edges until you finally reach the point where you don't need it anymore. And then I sleep. I die a couple times doing this, since the towers are always so high. It's like you need to fall to get down sometimes, and especially the roofs are hard because you gotta go all the way around, and then you gotta make sure that you are able to get out. So I just made a little hole there so I could get in and out in the future. So I continue doing the roof and pretty much same design as I came up with along the way. In the future, my builds will be much more planned out, and I'll pretty much know what I'm doing. And since I do it so many times, I'll pretty much know what I'm doing and what I need to do, and that kind of thing. So, and then I go up here to try and kind of like see how it looks. That's probably my favorite viewing spot in all of my area. Now I go over again and just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again until I reach the peak where I finally finish. So here I die, but then I make 4 walls, and then I put them all up top to make a little tall. Break the scaffolding, light it up a little bit better, sleep again, and then break this in a window. Yeah, that window. It's just a really weird window. I'm going to fix that at a later date. So I just finished up the time lapse, as you can see by my inventory, but so basically just released her first video because we don't release the videos the same dates they were taken, as you can tell by Skyblock Hardcore, but it won't be that long. We didn't take episode 1 too long ago, but I just added that window. I'm pretty much going to do the rest of the windows when I actually start doing the interior, because I consider windows as an interior feature, but I am going to be doing most of them outside because it looks more stylish when you do it that way. It's a lot like my Survive house. It's not as slimming as I kind of wanted it to be, but it's what I have right now, and I'm okay with it. And I did that a lot. I died quite a few times just by doing that. So yeah, I'm just going to do some explosive mining and maybe work on the castle a little bit more, since I always want to like start the big things on camera, but I do a lot of stuff off camera on this server. Not that I don't want to show you, just because I want to show you, but it's just because that we only have a limited amount of episodes, so I want to get a lot done in a short amount of time, and so that either means long episodes or a lot of off camera. So yeah, really, but I guess I will see you guys next time on Forts. 3 swipe salute. That was more than 3 swipes.